insane. There's just no control in them. Alright, to the top left-hand side, the orange Protoss player. Give it up if you're cheering on Rotterdam. Representing Cool Guys and Rotti in our second series of the night here. How very exciting to have them back. Last season, you may have heard of them playing as the Stream Team. They didn't have a great season. They kind of fell off and didn't get a lot of their matches played. We had a lot of issues scheduling. And that's why the man himself, M. Canning, has taken over with the scheduling this season to help out a little bit and to see what might happen. See if he can do a bit of a better job as team manager. Although he's already messaged me the other day on Discord. He's like, Wardy, you know, you got to give me a break, yo. You know, being a team manager is not easy, you know. It is not easy. Alright, well, down to the bottom right-hand side of the map, we do have that red Zerg player. Give it up if you're going to be cheering on Ukko. Again, Team Revolution have not the, their entire lineup isn't just kind of full of players you would know. They're kind of, they've definitely got those big ace players, but they are going to throw out a few kind of, I guess, more kind of lower level players to begin with. Get them some matches in, get them some experience, and just sort of going from there, giving them a chance to kind of prove themselves and all the rest. As in the chat, it seems to be all about hashtag Rotti, as on my overlay, my Rotti thingy-mabobby has broken. So you guys can't see just how 99% of the vote it is. Well, there it is. It is a very large 99% of the vote. Everybody is hashtagging Rotti right now, as it really is everyone's team of choice at the moment, it would seem. Hashtag Rotti from Mr. Daskalos, from Donho, from Zigtron, from Andy Man, from Days SC2, Kodaka as well, with the hashtag Rotti. Everyone loves a Rotti, says Boogans Books. We'll keep those hashtags coming in. We want to see who you guys are cheering for. What's up, Soccer Boy Canada in the chat? How you doing? Pounding, you're new here, and we should say hello. So hello, welcome to the stream. Fantastic to have you. New feature from Twitch where you actually get new people in the chat or new viewers, etc. Actually get a little pop-up that you can click to be like, hi, I'm new here. And then we can all be like, oh, that's awesome. Well, here's some love. And we all give them a hug and probably scare them off because we'll tell them stories about things that happen on the stream. They're like, well, actually, maybe this is not the kind of place I want to be. And as we do have a Twilight Council opening from Rotterdam here in game number 1 of this best of 7. Adept coming through the center of the map and looking to see what Rotterdam can get up to here, as we do see the Resonating Glaives currently on the way up. So the Glaives coming on through at the moment here and just going to be... Well, I mean, I imagine Rotti will love to play the style where he goes Glaives into multiple Phoenix, etc. That's definitely something he's done in the past. It's definitely something he can do here once again as we get into this over the next few moments and really start to see just sort of which direction this is going to be going in. Now, what's really exciting about this series as well, guys, is maybe not just the series itself, but I have so many cool things to show you throughout this series. Just a little bit of a taster of what this season of Team League is going to look like. I've been making a big hype about it. I've said, hey, look, we're going to do this season properly. We're not messing around anymore. And I really do mean that. And so throughout this series, you're going to have had a taste of a lot of different little bits and pieces of what we're going to be bringing to the Team League to make this one of the most enjoyable online competitions in StarCraft 2. We're not just here to bring you the games, we're here to bring you the story. We're here to get you guys to be fans of these teams. We want you to show up and cheer on Rotti. We want you to show up and cheer on Revolution or Team Liquid in the main event. We want you to be supporters of these teams, and we're going to try and make that as easy as possible by creating storylines, by telling you guys about these people, giving you recaps and all sorts. So keep your eyes open throughout the series for a little bit of a taster as to just what sort of things you can maybe expect here, as we do see these few Zerglings from Ukko currently just backing away. He has gone into Bane Nest, getting ready to deal with the Adepts, as there are the Stargates coming on up. There's a couple of Stargates coming through here in the next few moments, and obviously we'll be able to get some Phoenix out to start going out and around on the map. A style that Rotti loves is the Adept Phoenix into DTs, using the Phoenix to shut down all of the Overseers, and as you shut down all of the Overseers, boom, all of a sudden those DTs become so much better. Dark Shrine dropping down right now from Rotterdam, as we are going to be seeing, again, a couple of Stargates on the way up and getting going. As the first Adepts arrive, well, there is a lot of Lings out those Banes made, so Rotti shouldn't be able to do too much with this initial attack. Shouldn't be too powerful here or anything. As moving forwards, we're going to be seeing, well, Lings and Banes looking to try and get back towards that army, but not quite finding it just yet. As we're going to see a few more Phoenix coming back up the right-hand side. Forge on the way down as well. This is not just... I love this. The Dark Shrine and the Mineral Line to make it look... Yeah, look. This... Hey, guys. Yeah, I'm just getting a shield battery to deal with those ling drops later on, says Rotterdam. No, Roddy. Well, UK, you might trick some people. You're not going to trick me, but I am an observer, and I did click on the DT trying to get here. Hey, you know, at a moment's glance in a crazy game, it might not look like a DT shrine while it's building, so, you know, it's worth the try. You know, it's worth it. You know, there's no harm to doing it, I would say, as the Road Troran dropping down from Oko in the bottom right-hand side. So he's getting the Road Troran up and rolling as some lings are going to come in to try and cancel his third Nexus. Already Adepts here, Shield Battery 2. I would be very surprised if these lings were able to do much at all, as we're already going to be seeing those Zerglings getting turned away down the left-hand side, being pushed back from there. We're going to see the +1 air weapons upgrade coming through on the side, but next go, a couple of Phoenix continue to come out as well. And we're already just building up that Phoenix cam. We haven't seen much of the Phoenix just yet, but over time, they definitely will start to come into play. They'll definitely start to do a little bit more. So let's see how this goes with a couple of Evo Chambers on the way up in the main base. Again, that charge about halfway done. Roach speed is starting. And, well, just the lings still try, you know, just come in and maybe kind of just slow some bits and pieces down here and there, wherever possible. You're going to be seeing actually a large flood of Zerglings coming across the map at the moment, as we do see Rotti is doing some harassment with these Phoenix, though he actually loses a Phoenix, but he will get a Queen at least. Actually, I think that's the second Queen, but it doesn't go down because of the transfuse, so that's nicely done. As you can see right now, the run by in towards the main third base is already setting up and getting ready to go. Ling is actually going after those Zerg probes at the moment. It looks as though Rotti, for the most part, is going to be able to get away. Adepts coming up and now starting to split. Oh, the Adepts do manage to split away. The ones that were clumped together didn't get targeted by the Banes, so he's able to kind of get away with that just there. 4 probes lost, but 6 drones at the same time across the map as a DT starting to get to work and deal some damage on this 4th hatchery. So both players trading blows to each other at the moment. As Rotterdam coming back across the map once again with these Phoenix, having to also defend against these Zerglings though, warping in, and the Dead Witch just comes into play in time to be saved by the shield battery. Wow, that was intense, as Rotti is also then back over here, lifting up drones, dealing damage with the Phoenix, and really is having a pretty fantastic time so far. As we are going to be, well, seeing these Banes and Roaches continue to come through the top. Looking to see what else might happen. Another Phoenix here from Rotti. Pulling back in towards the center. As we're going to be seeing extra Roaches, Banes, and Lings coming on in. +1 missiles, +1 melee. Continue to come up also here. As we're going to be seeing those Phoenix coming on over to the left-hand side. And again, Lings, Roaches, and Banes. And we continue to get lifted up and a whole bunch of Roaches going down. So Rotti now already trading very well for his Phoenix. I mean, he's targeting the Roaches, obviously feels confident that he can just get rid of the Banes with his ground army. Look at how many kills he's getting here. As we're going to be seeing the Overseer will not last very long as well. +1 air weapons is up here for Rotterdam as Oko just tries to rally more Ling, Bane, Roach across the map. But again, Rotti just kind of feels so confident, it seems, right away. The Archons will try and tank some of the initial Banes, which will actually get towards the mineral line, but no Bane speed. Oh, the Banes are a little bit kind of finding a lot of probes there. Rotterdam was clumped up, the shield battery blocked him, and he wasn't able to get away as fast as he thought. 16 workers down, and Rotterdam finally takes a little bit of damage in this game number 1. Phoenix still will continue to clean on up and still doing a good job of it, as we're going to be seeing another Roach picked off. The Overseer goes down. Another Roach is getting picked off here as well, as we're going to be seeing that Zealot still chasing down this Roach as well. More and more Roaches coming over to the left-hand side of the map, and the aggression will continue from Oko. Continue to just move on over here. Another couple of Roaches getting picked off, as we're going to see the DTs starting to come in to defend. And again, DTs, there's no answer to them. There's no Banes to just splash them down. There's no detection because the Overseers were taken down by the Phoenix. And so the DTs will eventually clean this up. But is it going to be in time, as Oko still rallying units across the map, trying to come in? But it seems as though Rotti will slowly but surely be cleaning this up. At the same time, he's got a couple of Adepts across the map. They've already picked off 12 drones, and Rotterdam is still doing a heck of a lot more damage. Well, we are going to be seeing still these DTs cleaning up just a tiny bit more. In the end, 10 workers lost for Rotti. Obviously, he lost 16 workers before, but overall, he's doing pretty good. His economy is staying strong, and throughout this game, he's been keeping this pretty reasonable. There's been some spikes here and there. Look at this, the cleanup of the army supply of Oko, and suddenly Rotterdam is in an advantage here in game number 1. As moving forwards, these Phoenix are picking up more and more of the Roaches. A couple of Adepts on the high grounds, dealing a little bit more damage as well, as the Phoenix getting into play once more, picking off a few more of these Roaches here. More and more Roaches going down, and I mean, just continued cleanup so far from Rotterdam as he takes down unit after unit after unit. More Devs warping into the left of DT and Archon in position there as well, as we're going to be seeing the Overseers getting picked off once again. And Overlord also going to get taken down. And Rotti just still building Phoenix. As we're going to see the Fungal Grove, the Patching Gland, sorry, on the way to get Fungal Grove onto the Infestors. Maybe as a way to lock down those Phoenix in numbers and to go from there. As we're going to be seeing these Phoenix continue to come down towards the bottom right. We're going to be seeing +2 missiles coming up. And the Burrow upgrade continue to come down as well. Extra Queen still on the way through here. The Stargate is on the way from Rotti as well. Another one as he goes in towards the fleet peak and get into the later stages. Going to see this Queen picked off too. Going to see this Overlord also taking down a lot more drones just disappear. And that's the power of these Phoenix, just using the energy on workers. Slows down the economy. And he's just got so many Phoenix that he's always still going to have the energy to defend at home at the same time. Pulling back towards the upper left side. Another set of roaches from Urko, but what can they really do here at the moment? Well, honestly, currently, I'm not too sure. As you're going to see those Phoenix gathering up and getting ready to go once again. A couple of Archons and some Adepts here. Zealot as well going to be coming in. And as we do see one Archon getting caught, the Phoenix going to come on through and lift up some more of these roaches. And that's going to be even more damage dealt. There's a couple of roaches surviving with a burrow, but that is really all. DT is on the 5th base right now as Rotti continues to just clean up, and Urko, he might just be in trouble as Rotti begins... I say he begins to push, but he only has 2 Adepts, a Zealot, and an Archon on the ground. But can he just win this with pure kind of, well, Phoenix play? Right now, he is killing everything. He's got the DTs as well, which are putting in some work. The Infestors will burrow, but that means that they're just going to have to, well, unburrow and get lifted as soon as they try to drop a Fungal. If Rotti's fast enough, more roaches going down, more Queens, and there's really just not an answer to this here right now. As we're going to see the Queens going down, and, well, again, there's not actually detection to deal with the Infestors, but they unburrow a bit too soon. Rotti sees them, but, oh, well, he gets caught in a Fungal, but it doesn't matter because he lifts up every single one of those Infestors. He takes down everything here with a Zealot still going down on the base to the top right. It's going to be GG, and Rotterdam picks up game 1 of this best of 7 all-kill series. Of currently over 35 exploit scenes ready to bring you guys information, etc. I've been memorizing the hotkeys so that I don't screw up, and so far so good. So far everything is going okay. But it's pretty difficult to memorize like 35 exploit hotkeys, I can tell you that much. I have a list in front of me of like everything written down. It's pretty insane. It's pretty hectic, I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, let's go into game number 2 of this best of 7 all-kill series. To the bottom right-hand side, our Orange Protoss player, give it up if you're cheering on Rotterdam. He's going up against the purple Protoss player to the top left-hand side, Gimme. Let's see if Rotterdam's PvP will hold up as well as his PvZ did. And obviously, with Gimme coming out here from Team Revolution, it means that, well, it means that they're not going to be using one of their big 3. They're not going to be using one of Optimus, Fear, and Golden, because they can only use 4 players in a single match. So, a little bit of an interesting way to start things off, as we are going to be seeing probes just mine away in the assimilator. It's going to be seeing double gates apiece so far. Cybernetics core as well. So Rotterdam sets up a little bit of a wall off to this side. And obviously Gimme just setting up a couple of gateways as well on top of this ramp. So getting this going, getting this underway, as we're going to be seeing the probes on the way up on each side. Pylons coming through. And just the early setup here for the Protoss versus Protoss in game number 2. Now again, we're going to be live all weekend long, bringing you guys WardiTV Team League Season 8 preseason action. Tomorrow we also have the WardiTV Weekly number 21 in the evening. It's on the European server. You should definitely get signed up. Should be awesome. And of course, you can also take part in the Go for SC2 on Sunday. We're going to be casting that before we go into the Team League's preseason on Sunday. It's a busy, busy weekend from us. We're live every single day. In fact, I'm live every single day until I leave for Leipzig. Lots of content coming out from me. As again, just so excited to get the preseason Team League going. And of course, the main season of the Team League will kick off in February, in case you guys are getting excited for that, in case you're wondering, well, when can we watch, you know, the main event? When will Team Liquid play? When will Expert play again? And so on. That will be happening from February. We'll be kicking off the main season, round 1. Because we completely revamped this. If you're coming back today and you're like, oh cool, Team League's back, it's completely different. 10 teams in the main event. In the first round, they will play best of 7 all-kill, and the bottom 4 teams will be eliminated. Then all 6 teams move on through to play best of 5 Pro League-style matches, and then the bottom 2 teams are eliminated to give us 4 teams in the playoffs. It's going to be really a lot of fun, if you ask me, as we're going to be seeing probes pulling around already. Rotti getting a whole bunch of kills here. That's 4 kills already, 5 kills now, going to go up to 6. As we're going to see the Stalker and 2 just coming in to try and deal with this, but already just Rotti put himself into an insane lead already in this. As we're going to see the well, shield battery coming into play, doing a little bit of healing at the moment. And you'll see the Stalkers going back in and will be continuing to work their way through this. Again, 8 workers killed so far, as we are going to be seeing this Adept picked off. And the Nexus continue to come up here on the low ground from Gimme. Phoenix on the way up from Rotterdam. He went into this Stargate and then into a Robo as well for safety, but building onto the Phoenix so far, well, obviously just means he's looking for even more worker kills. So when you're already 6 ahead, so early in the game, I mean, that's, what, like he's only on 75% of the economy that Rotti has. That's really not that much. So Rotti already taking the lead, but he has a much kind of later Nexus, right? So a much later Nexus for Gimme here is we are going to be seeing the Nexus from him just starting up right now. Obviously with the robotics facility up, he is going to be starting up some Immortals in the very near future, with some more probes getting picked off by these Phoenix. Again, guys, I'm sorry because of the observers talking. There's nothing I can do about it. These games are from replays. Apparently they didn't listen to the rules or read the rules where it says strictly no observers in-game. God damn it, guys. God damn it, you stream team people. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, well, Blink on the way up here as well for Gimmies. That's being Chrono boosted out, and we are going to be seeing another couple of probes coming on in, as we do just see him with a hallucinated Phoenix to see what's up over in Rotterdam's base. Again, another Phoenix on the way up, and Immortal as well, as the Phoenix just gathering together once more to move in towards the main. And to get a little bit more done, already coming through and lifting up a few of these workers. 2 going down already. So 2 workers dropping down, and again, it's just Rotti keeping himself even in worker count or taking leads here and there. Now he's got a Nexus up against his opponent's Nexus. Obviously that works quite nice. He also gets himself a Sentry here, so that's a big pick-off. And Rotti just continuing to dish out the damage so far. As Blink is coming through, is being Chrono boosted. Gimme going to be coming across here shortly to try and see what he can do against this. I mean, with Blink coming up, the Stalker's coming into play, he's going to be able to try and fight against the... well, maybe just try and fight against Rotti, but with kind of Phoenix to lift up Stalkers and then Immortals to chunk through them, I think you can do a pretty decent job of this. As you're going to be seeing those Phoenix moving back over to the left-hand side. Blink on the way up here from Gimme still. It's about 75% of the way done. And we are going to be seeing the Immortal and the Phoenix continue to come on up right now into the main base. So a bit more happening here, as we're going to see the Phoenix coming through for just more worker kills, it seems. Although they will lose one of these Phoenix right now. The Stalker's getting themselves a kill. A Phoenix for 6 more workers, and he's going to exit via the right side where he could have maybe got more. He's going to get one final one, but Blink about to come into play, and that's where Rotti really does need to just stay safe, back away, and kind of just go from there. Blink finishes, 2 more Stalkers warping in on the natural, and Gimme able to kind of start moving out onto the map to see, well, what does he try to do next now? So is Phoenix still moving around as well here? As we do have probes being Chrono boosted still. Plus 1 air weapons coming in on the Cybernetics core, and as that's going to be coming on through, we're just going to be seeing the Phoenix getting a little bit stronger. And again, the Immortal count continuing to build on up here right now in the natural expansion. So more and more Immortals coming on through. You're going to see actually just Phoenix back on the natural though, just picking up even more workers. He's now 10 workers ahead. It's crazy. As we are going to see the Stalkers picking up a shield battery here. The Immortals fighting back against it, and Stalkers getting pushed away back in towards the center of the map to see what else they can do. More Phoenix coming around the right. You're going to see the air weapon upgrade once again just coming on through here. The second Stargate going to be finishing in the very near future. Stalkers again in the center though, just backing away, and Rotti ahead on workers. I mean, his Immortal count's getting up there. I wonder if he even kind of finds himself maybe a moment to push in the near future. It's definitely a possibility as that Forge coming on up and getting ready to keep on rolling. Two Zealots and Adept joining these 3 Immortals, moving over to the left-hand side. As we are going to be seeing the Stalkers into the main base as well. Seeing what else is going to happen. Looking around to see what else they can get up to. Coming back down towards the natural. Sort of just sitting on the ramp for a moment or so. As Phoenix, Adept, Zealots, Immortals. Also just seeing, well, what is next? You know, what do they do from here? What is the next stage of this for these players? More Phoenix on the way up at the moment as Rotterdam Well, he's up in army supply as he gets ready to push forwards. And what's crazy is that he can just take out, the sentry. He can take the Immortals out of the battle so quickly with those Phoenix. I mean, just watch what these Phoenix do coming into this fight here. I mean, already, this one Stalker's going to disappear. 2 volleys from the Phoenix. No, there you go. An Immortal lifted. The sentry is lifted, so no force field. I mean, those Immortals are just not doing anything. They're not doing anything at all flying up in the sky. They drop back down where the Immortals of Rotti just started coming into play as well. But, I mean, you can just see that Rotti's Immortals are doing a heck of a lot. And did Rotti even lose anything in this game? Because this was crazy. Rotterdam lost 3 Adepts and 1 Phoenix. 3,650 resources lost to 725. Well, that is just Rotterdam through and through for you guys. My stream and build up into something, something different and create something that, people really love to play and to watch and all the rest of it, so we are going into our 3rd map here, as we do have to the top left-hand side the man of the hour, for the moment at least. The Orange Protoss player is Rotterdam, representing Cool Guys and Rotti. He's up against the Red Protoss player to the bottom right-hand side of the map. It is Fear, representing Team Revolution, one of their new pickups, alongside Optimus and Golden as Revolution. Really, it's basically just kind of revamping, refreshing their kind of entire StarCraft lineup for 2018. Alright. So, going into this 3rd game and looking to see what will be happening as we get set up here. A couple of gamers on either side. I mean, we see actually quite a lot of Protoss versus Protoss today. In our first series as Night Ends 407X, we actually went in and, well, we had some kind of a lot of PvPs there, and obviously Rotti already just played a Protoss versus Protoss. So intrigued to see what he will do here on Odyssey. Probably one of the last times we're going to see Odyssey on this stream over the next few days, because the new map pool is coming, and it is going to be live very, very soon. I actually love the new map pool. I don't know if you guys have seen it too much or anything, but the new map pool is freaking awesome. It's just kind of, I actually think, for me personally, when they added like Catalyst and Blackpink to the map pool, it was cool. I thought they were good maps, but for me they were not the top maps of the Team Liquid map contest, and I actually got to cast a whole bunch of them during the tournament. And I personally loved maps such as Abiogenesis and Acid and Backwater especially as well, and those 3 are now going to be part of the map pool. So for me, that's very exciting, and I think it's going to be pretty awesome. As we're going to be seeing the Stargate on the way up here from Rotterdam in the main base. As we are going to be seeing the probe coming up and getting ready to maybe do a little bit of aggression here early on. Fear again, that's set up and ready to go. Jesus, guys. Observer chat. Sorry, there's nothing I can do about it, guys. I'm casting from replays, and they've supplied me with the replays, not from the player's point of view, so this is all I can really do about it. So apologies for that. We have strict rules, literally saying that players should not be in games, especially important matches like these ones that are going to be streamed, because, well, this happens all the time. As soon as you put people in an observing position, they start talking all the time. So hashtag slightly salty Wardy. It's going to be hashtag slightly salty about it. Yeah. Alright, well, again, skipping Warp Gate once again here, Rotterdam, as he goes up in towards Phoenix and Immortal production. Same as in the last game for him so far, as a couple of Stalkers of Fear. Well, they're gathering up together. He is starting to expand. He's got 2 gates for now. He has got this pylon to the top side. We'll see what he wants to try and do with this, as we get that up and going. Again, Warpgate going to be finishing in a moment or so on the side of Nex Core. And again, just going to be seeing these Stalkers continue to chase down those Adepts. And we are going to be seeing 4 more Stalkers coming in and picking off 1 Adept, and the 2nd Adept going to be going down very soon as well. So another gateway up top, and it looks as though Fear will be aggressive behind this expansion. And I wonder how being aggressive so early is going to work out for him. Well, if Rotti doesn't realize it, then he's going to be... if Rotti doesn't realize it, then he might be in trouble if the Phoenix are on the wrong side of the map and already kind of using the then already kind of using the kind of, energy on probes. That is not the right way for this to kind of go. He needs that energy to kind of defend, not to pick off 1 or 2 workers here early on, and that's what Fear might just abuse right now as he comes into the natural already with a whole bunch of Stalkers. Pylon is going to be going down very quickly here, potentially, as he moves up in towards this high ground. I mean, there's the Immortal, obviously going to be protected for a moment or two by the shield battery, but will it be enough? Well, a lot of the Stalkers of Fear are starting to go down. That Phoenix lifting one up as well helps. Finally, the Immortal falls, and there's 2 more Stalkers to reinforce this. Now here's Rotti's issue. He just doesn't have anything else as a follow-up, as those Stalkers, continue to come in towards the main base. The Phoenix lifted up. I mean, that's great, but only if you've got some units to actually then deal further damage as well. The Robo's getting very low, and it looks as though Fear will continue to target it. Does not want another Immortal to get out here, and it will not, as the Immortal is not going to get out, and the Stalker even here surviving. Well, the probes get a full surround, but as they go down, openings will be made for Fear to start kiting once again. Phoenix with the energy to lift up another couple of Stalkers, but Rotterdam's already in trouble. 14 workers against the 26, and that means that Fear can just keep on warping in units so frequently here, and in such high numbers, that it's going to be very difficult to continue on, as we're going to be seeing this pylon taken down as well. As we're going to be seeing the Nexus continue to come on through, and continue to work their way through this, as we're going to be seeing the Stalkers continue to fight this here. Phoenix moving back in towards the main base, and I'm just going to be seeing the... Well, Zealots still trying to do what they can. I mean, the Phoenix are just out of energy as Blink finishes up. I'm just going to be seeing these couple of extra Zealots. Well, just going to be kind of doing a little bit of damage in there. Both Blink Stalkers, I mean, there's no way the Zealots alone are going to carry him through this. Shield battery going down as well. And we're just going to be seeing the extra Stalkers just blinking for us to get... Oh, it doesn't quite get the Phoenix there, but will in a moment or so. So Phoenix does continue to drop on down. This Stalker coming in towards the gap, and... Well, Rotti's just going to type out GG because Fear just has a little bit too much. As we get this going and get this ready to go. Alright, so let's do this and see what's going to happen. As we jump into this here right now, to the bottom left-hand side, our Blue Terran player representing Cool Guys and Rotti. If you guys want to give them some love, let's see some hashtag Rotti in the chat. It is the Muslim. And, of course, if you want to support hashtag Revolution, then it is a hashtag Revolution you want to be typing in the chat. To the upper right-hand side, the Red Protoss player is Fear. Alright, so jumping into game number 4, as we see Fear looking to try and tie this series up in this best of 7 all kill, as we do see the Muslim setting up the Reaper on the way out at the moment. And we're just going to be seeing a command center dropping down in towards the natural expansion. So, dropping on down, CC coming on through. And we are going to be seeing an orbital just on its way up as well. Very standard Reaper expand for the Muslim to start off with here in game number 4 so far of this best of 7. Remember, if Fear does fall, this would be match point for Cool Guys and Rotti. And then there's only one player left to send out from Team Revolution. It's going to be quite an uphill battle to win 3 matches in a row. It's not going to be easy. It is not going to be easy. And as we continue on through this and look to see what will be continuing on next, as we do see a Twilight Council currently dropping on down from Fear in the top right-hand side of the map. So Twilight Council coming into play. I mean, still going to be looking for kind of the early Blink Stalker or so, as we just have the Reaper poking and prodding, trying to pick up some early information for the Muslim as we set up into this. The Muslim for sure has not 82% in TVP, maybe only that's based on all games. The Muslim has 82% win rate in TVP in recent games. Over the last, I don't know what that is, but basically Aligulac has a form kind of match history thing, and that kind of on-form match history thing is basically based on recent games, and the Muslim has an 82% win rate there, if you want to believe it or not. That is his Aligulac statistics, so again, take it for what you will. Again, the stats are, stats are stats, they have flaws, but personally I thought it was a lot better to kind of go on recent games than all games ever, basically. kind of for all games ever, basically, in terms of the stats that we put up on the screens and stuff like that. As we do see the Reaper moving through and jumping in towards the main, as the Stalker will get the kill. I don't think Demuslim really picked up too much information at all here early on. No, he didn't see any of this tech, but obviously seeing quite a few Stalkers does give you a good idea as to what sort of direction this is heading in. As you do see a probe coming down the left-hand side to see what happens next. Hashtag Rotti's in the chat with 83% of the vote still. Gigarora coming in with the hashtag Rotti, so is Karen. Hashtag Rotti from Noisy Cricket. Hashtag Rotti from May of 1337. Lots of love coming through. Again, those hashtag Rottis are for the team. Cool Guys and Rotti. Hashtag Revolution is for Fear. As we're going to be seeing the blink. Going to be finishing in a moment or two. More Marines just gathering up at the front. And we are going to be seeing a mule dropping down. And starting to mine away. Stimpack on the way up as well. Another barracks coming on into play. Demuslim setting up into this. Opening with a very fast kind of 2-1-1 build order basically in the TVP. Something Demuslim likes to do quite a lot. And as we're going to be seeing the two medevacs coming up in towards the center. I fear Nexus starts to get thrown down here on the right hand side. And again, more Stalkers coming up through the center as these Marines coming through as well. I'm just going to be seeing these Marines continue to fight their way through this. As we're going to be seeing the Stalkers trying to blink backwards, and well, so far doing a very good job. As we're going to be seeing now, he blinks forwards, trying to get that medevac, doesn't quite work his way through it there. Not just yet. Robo facility on the way up. We'll be about halfway done in just a few moments. As we're going to see those Stalkers of Fear continue to push on forwards. Oh my god, well, Demuslim, is he in some trouble here? Medevacs unloading and SCVs have to pull in. There's the stim coming down. As we are going to see those Stalkers continuing to be pushed away. SCVs continue to come on through as well. As they continue to kind of pull on back. And a couple more Stalkers on the left side. Looking to see what else is happening. Some SCVs continue to fall. As we're going to be seeing so far still good damage done here by Fear, who going up to 3 bases already. Is already putting himself in a pretty decent position. Warp Prism on the way up on the natural expansion. 2 more Forges on the way as well. Charge on the way up in the back of this main base mineral line. And we are going to be seeing again the Stalkers coming forwards here. Widow Mines will get blinked away from. They both go off without really achieving anything. Demuslim stimming forwards again. Keep on trying to fight this. Continue to target down a few more of these Stalkers. And they are continuing to drop as they move through in towards the center. Demuslim still chasing. Feels as though he can get a couple of kills. Is he going to get one more? Yes, he does. And wow, Fear's going to lose pretty much every single Stalker here. But still does have a good eco lead. However, down for 20 army supply. That's quite a interesting sort of position to be in, right? It's not an easy kind of army supply differential to come back from. If Demuslim can find a way to be aggressive, he could definitely take advantage of that. Charge about halfway done as that third command center from Demuslim starts to build up in the main base. Just getting that set up and ready to go. The +1 attack upgrade coming in on the engineering bay as well. And we are going to be seeing this Warp Prism from Fear coming on down to the south side of the map. So Warp Prism coming on down to the south as Stalkers trying to blink forwards, and Fear just continuing to move back away through the center once again. Looking to see what else is happening. As we see the Stalkers of Fear again, moving on back towards the upper right-hand side. Liberator on the way up right now from Demuslim. And we are going to be seeing Fear again, just kind of continuing to push on forwards with those Stalkers. Looking to see just what else he can get up to. 2 more Liberators on the way out at the moment, as we're going to be seeing Demuslim still just setting up and trying to get into position here at the moment. Looking to see what else he can get up to. A stim once again. As we're just going to be seeing the Mortals, Stalkers gathering up, and he's actually going to put himself between the natural and the third base. Well, Fear has to be a little bit careful about how he engages into that there. The Widow Mines should be blinked away from, but he loses in a sentry already, and a Mortal in the front gets taken down very quickly as well. Nicely done in that regard, as we're going to see more Widow Mines reinforcing this here. A couple more Zealots going to continue to go on down. So Zealots continue to drop, and again, the Bio is stimming once more. Stalkers actually blinking to the side. I don't like that, because he's just going to lose so many more units because of it. And a sentry going down also. Oh my gosh, Demuslim is breaking on through this, and Fear is in a lot of trouble. As we're going to see those Widow Mines going to try and pull over to the right-hand side once again. Widow Mines burrowing a Zealot. Widow Mine goes off once more. I'm still just going to be seeing those Zealots continue to get picked away at. Pylon goes down, and again, the probes is pulling back away in towards the natural expansion. As we're going to be seeing this third Nexus continue to get picked away at. As we're going to be seeing it goes down, and Fear, well, he is in some trouble now as Muslim takes the third command center of his own. We're just going to be still seeing this Bioforce continue to stim on forwards. Stalker's dropping. You're going to see that Immortal in some trouble as well, taking a little bit more damage. And Widowmine was on its way down as well, as we're going to see the turn and fight. And we are going to be seeing another couple of sentries warping in once again. A few more Stalkers warping in too. But those Liberators sieging up on this natural ramp, obviously that creates this... starts to create some real issues here, as we're going to see another force field dropping on down. Fear's still just setting up in this natural. Another Liberator moving forwards. Look to see what's going to happen. And Stalker's blinking forwards, but obviously that Bio is there ready to kind of abuse that. As up in towards the natural now, and Immortal going to go down. The Libs are not in position for a moment or so as they relocate. Stalker's blink behind it, but Widowmine will get a few of those Stalkers. But it looks as though the Bio is going to be running low now in numbers, as we are going to be seeing the Immortal, the Zealots, the Stalker continue to try and keep on pushing this away. Fear trying to hang in. He's taking a hidden Nexus to the top side. It might be one of his redeeming factors. So also might be this Warpism play in the main base as Muslim loses out on a whole bunch of workers. 12 workers going down. As we're going to be seeing the Marauders going across down towards the bottom left here. This Warpism in a little bit more, a little bit of trouble as it starts to get chased away. As we are going to be seeing the Marines picking off the War Prism once more. A few more mills dropping down in towards the mineral line once again. And we are going to be seeing the Robo Bay on the way up here from Fear. So coming on through Robo Bay is coming on in. And again, Fear of this topside base is definitely one thing which is going to be able to keep him going after losing that third Nexus earlier on. A Ghost Academy on the way up at the moment behind this main base mineral line as well. And we're going to be seeing this Liberator join up with the rest of the units to see just what else they can do too. So moving through the center of the map to Muslim, looking to see what he can get up to. Ghost Academy will be finishing in a moment or so. The Robo Bay about to finish as well. Just so much Bio continue to come through the center of the map. Liberator is obviously looking to get into kind of aggressive positions in terms of harassment here, as we are going to be seeing Bio still coming through the center. Oh my god, that scan just missed the observers. Fear does see this here, as we're going to see the Medivacs being targeted initially by the Stalkers. Now they blink away, some force fields coming down to keep this safe. The Muslim does not know about this top base, and that's his issue. He just thinks this is a two-base play right now from Fear, and that's why he's not pushing that down. You know, that's why he's not over there taking advantage of the fact that the force fields will keep the Protoss player out of position too. There's going to be seeing the Disruptor coming into play, and that's definitely one way for him to get some good connections and get back into the game once again. Some Zealots going to move on through to counterattack at the same time, and they're going to get shut down pretty quickly, as we do see continue to push forwards the main army of Fear, looking to see what else might be able to happen here. I'm going to see those Zealots actually, a few of them just pulling away to the side on the picture-in-picture, as the Muslim is going to hold this central position, fighting against a few more of the Zealots, and just going to continue to see a few more Zealots coming in from the left-hand side as well. We are just going to be continuing to see what is next then from Fear as he gets onto the offensive. Again, Muslim's probably a bit confused. He's probably like, how on earth are you really kind of in this right now? But sooner rather than later, he's probably going to realize, oh yeah, okay, I see it, you know. You've probably got a base hidden somewhere. He's probably going to figure that out sooner rather than later, because there's just no other way that Fear should be in this game right now. As the scan comes down in the center, and we're just going to be seeing a Disruptor shot again, picking off another few Marines. The big stim forwards are going to see this Disruptor shot hits quite nicely as well. As we're going to be seeing these Zealots continue to be pulling back, as we're going to be seeing Stalkers, Sentries continue to get going. More damage being done at the moment. So Muslim definitely has the army supply lead, though he even has the upgrade lead, which definitely isn't something you see every day for the Terran player in the TVP matchup. Mr. Muslim losing a little bit to the left-hand side, still has a lot down to the south, which he just can't bring into the fight at the moment, though. And that's one of his issues. We're going to be seeing a Medevac picked off, and Fear fighting in some very weird places. Going to get a Widowmine there, and 3 Marauders. That was actually a pretty good Disruptor right away. And again, you're going to be seeing more of these Ghosts just gathering up together in the natural expansion. We're just going to be seeing Bio and Liberators continue to set on up. Stalkers, Immortals, and Disruptors still in the center here, looking to see what else is happening. Another scan coming down. Another Disruptor coming on through. Another Marauder getting blown up for now. And Fear staying in this aggressive position. He just find Disruptor and an Observer over to this side, which is nice here. Muslim with a little bit of a pick off there as Ghosts coming into play for him, but he hasn't had a chance to really use them yet. He hasn't found any EMPs to really strike onto. Finds himself another couple of Widow Mines. So we've seen the Ghosts having to be very, very cautious. The Disruptor's keeping these units at bay. Muslim finds his way towards the middle of the map here. Disruptors seem to be on cooldown, at least they're not being used. Finally some EMPs, but he has no follow-up due to the force fields. And Fear is able to back away after a very, very effective play so far. +2/+2 upgrades continue coming in on the Forges. Medivacs coming in towards the top side. Actually going to be a recall here as Muslim sees that base for the first time, so now he knows about it. Stalker's blinking back in towards the middle of the map as Bio and Medivacs also seeing what else they can get up to here over the next couple of moments. Stalker's blinking forwards again, and a Marauder going down, a Marine getting picked off as well. A couple of Zealots also going down right there. Another scan up to the high ground. Disruptors starting to fire forwards once more. We're still just going to be seeing those units looking to see what else they can get up to. Disruptors pushing forwards, and well, one of them connects quite nicely there. Is going to see Bio coming back up through the center again. Again, Disruptors, Stalkers, and Zealots leading the charge forwards in towards this. Zealots actually going to come in for a little bit of a flank here in the end. They go down so quickly though because the rest of the army isn't really there to back it up. And Fear, right now he's starting to bleed out in terms of supply. 115 to 177. Muslim just needs to really find himself a position to kind of fight in. 2 more Medivacs going to start heading across the map, but for now all the action is over here in this top side corner. Mr. Muslim is going to be in a fight with Fear in the next few moments. Another Disruptor shot coming through. Doesn't quite connect just yet. A blink forwards and the Marauder will go down. This Marauder Muslim fighting as well, and this Stalker going to get picked away. Yeah, no, it gets saved. As you're not going to see, this army still positioned, but at the same time, you can see on the picture-in-picture, drop coming in towards the natural expansion, and that drop is starting to pick away at some bits and pieces, but there's units in location, and Fear is not going to let it do too much, especially with the Disruptors. He should be able to clean that up. We're staying up here, though, because this fight's about to start happening. Actually, that drop started to do even more damage. 2 Disruptors picked off already. Another little bit of a drop from the Muslim up here now. As actually the entire natural expansion of Fear in the meantime is just under fire. Hasn't been able to find a way through that. At least he cleans up this drop though. As again, this drop over here. 17 workers overall between the two of them, but this one picked off 2 Disruptors as well, and that really is huge for the Muslim, who now looks to just jump in towards the main base. So jumping up in towards the main, looking to see what he can do next. The Stalkers, Disruptors, an Immortal here in the center. Now Disruptor shot firing forwards, but not really connecting on anything, not finding that connection he needs just yet. Stalkers coming forwards and picking off a couple of Medivacs. Another Disruptor shot trying to fire and does connect on the back end of these units. 17 minutes in game, and Muslim had this one in the bag early. Kind of let his opponent get back into it, but definitely in control of it once again now. You can see in general, Muslim has been the kind of leading kind of player in terms of army supply throughout this, and now he's going to send an attack up top, while Fear's army is a bit over towards the upper left. Simming forwards, leaving the Widow Mines to maybe catch some of the units as they get back into position. I love the idea, and the Widow Mines are going to get some connections. However, now Stalkers blinking forward to get themselves a Medivac in return at least. As we still see this army coming in towards the middle to see what else they can do. We'll be seeing another Medivac getting taken down. Bio continues to come in towards the upper right. A pylon going to fall. Triple Robo unpowered. Well, goodbye Disruptor production as Muslim tries to do something with this drop here, but Charge Lock's in position. It's really this drop in towards the main base. Zealots warp in, but they disappear as they get choked up on the ramp. Interesting set of upgrades, by the way. 3-1 for Muslim against 2-2 of Fear. Well, that's about to be 3-2, so Fear going to take an upgrade lead in the end. As Muslim is actually going to lose all these Medivacs, and that means these units are not going to get out of this main base. As we are going to be seeing those Marauders coming forward to try and pick up as many tech units as possible. And now all those Marauders do get taken down. Muslim still leading by about 30 or 40 supply in this. Is it going to be enough for him to kind of close this out and put Cool Guys and Rotti onto match point in this series? A couple more Widow Mines going off, and we're going to see the Zealots taking some more damage once again. Disruptor just finds one Marine there. Another couple of Widow Mines taken down the left-hand side. God, Widow Mines starting to pick up. Oh no, the sentries! At least he splits away. That could have been worse. The Muslim coming up and maybe just looking to catch the tail end of the Disruptors here, which are kind of on their own. He cancelled. Oh, actually, the Disruptor goes off. I thought it was going to get cancelled, but no. Just manages to go off there. We're going to see a little bit of a base trade scenario. Well, this is going to get a little bit intriguing. We're going to put that Protoss army on the picture-in-picture for you all as the Muslim really focusing towards the upper right. And he is going to start stimming in. The few Zealots coming back to try and deal with it as well. Looking to see what he can do. I mean, he's not really doing that much. As so far just moving up in towards the natural. His third base under fire as well, though, as that CC lifts on up. And we're just going to see still the Muslim picking his way through this base. So turn into a little bit of a base trade here as Disruptors try and do what they can on the other side of the map as well. Well, this army's not doing too much exciting. Let's have a look over here, because this is where I think the most important kind of something's going to happen. Can the Muslim turn this away eventually, or how is this going to end up? This army will continue to just pick his way through bases, etc. As we are going to be seeing, well, the Disruptor is a very good zoning unit to stop units coming down this ramp, although Riddlemine picks off one of them already. Stalker's blinking forwards again, get another couple of SCVs. Now we're just going to see a recall back home. Mr. Muslim, though, I mean, I think he's already done enough here, right? Zealots and Stalkers continue to come through the top side. That Nexus did fall. And the Medevac's up in towards the main. There's another couple of Zealots warping in. One cannon gets taken down here. Another couple of Zealots going down. Woodermine's trying to see what else is going off. Oh, Woodermine's get taken down by the Disruptor there. I thought they were going to get another Disruptor, but it didn't quite happen. The Muslim still running, kind of just running riot, though, in this main base. There's more Zealots charging forwards. He has to lift up eventually. But 48 to 22 workers, 40 army supply up. The Muslim is looking fantastic here so far. As we're going to see those Medevacs up to the top side. +2 armor is about to finish up. And we are going to see the Medevacs coming back through once again to see what else is happening. To just come back in towards the natural. The Muslim, again, has been in control of this game than before. And he's been doing fantastic stuff so far with it. And he's looking as though he might be able to close out with one large push across the map now. As Fear really isn't in position. He isn't in location to deal with this. And well, Cool Guys and Rotti are going to go up onto match point in this series. Although this isn't great for the Muslim at the moment. There's a few more Medevacs getting taken down. But again, this attack up the left will get rid of pretty much the last mining base of Fear. And the Muslim is still mining happily off of multiple bases on his own side of the map. And that is really the difference here between the two of them. And as we are going to be taking this Bio army, pushing in up here. While the Disruptor's looking for some magical hits, but they're not going to happen just yet. Maybe right now, as we're going to see, well, it's an okay start, but it wasn't brilliant. As we are going to be seeing, this drop made its way back over here as well, finding some of the final units of Fear. GG, well played, the Muslim. He is going to take this 4th game, and Cool Guys, and as we continue our way through the season. Hopefully you liked it. As we have to the top left-hand side to kick us into Game 5, the Blue Terran player representing Cool Guys and Rotti, it is the Muslim. Going up against the Red Terran player from Team Revolution to the bottom right-hand side, it is Optimus. Game 5 then of this series. Let's look to see how this is going to go. Let's look to see what's going to happen here as we continue our way through this second best of 7 all-kill series here today. Let's look to see what's going to be happening. An SCV on the way out to scout as we have a mirror matchup. And Optimus, the last hope of Team Revolution. The last thing in the way between Cool Guys and Rotti and a place in the qualifying round. As we do have this SCV coming up through the center and looking to go across the map and scout a little bit. Look to see just what's up. The Muslim opting not to scout as both of them looking for Reaper Expands. Looking to see what they can do. Reaper Expands rather than kind of more aggressive plays on Neon makes a lot of sense because of the larger map. So that does really go a long way as we do see this SCV popping up towards the upper left-hand side. And we'll just be scouting it out and seeing... Well, it is going to be an expansion from the Muslim, so good info here. As we do see that CC getting thrown down in the low ground position. So CC thrown down the low ground, Reapers on the way up from both. As we are going to be... just seeing this SCV of Optimus nibbling away at the SCV of the Muslim on the natural. And again, just some early information as the Muslim opts to bypass that until the Reaper is out. Then he can maybe look to get some information for himself here over the next few minutes. And it's going to be a second Reaper from both of them opening up in this fairly safe and kind of simplistic way early. And it does make a lot of sense, you know, getting a second Reaper up, because, God, the one time you do lose that Reaper, it becomes such a nightmare for you, because suddenly 2 Reapers are just impossible to stop. It can just lose you games sometimes. It's pretty crazy how that can work out, as we do see just a Muslim for now, again, moving that Reaper around, keeping it very safe at home, whereas Optimus will get aggressive. Now, just a Reaper and an SCV on 2 Reapers. Obviously, that goes the way of the Muslim, and he will close this SCV down with ease and push that Reaper back. Alright, just going to be seeing the Reaper coming back in towards the center. Join up with the second Reaper here for the moment. And second Reaper coming over to the left-hand side and going to get ready to push up in towards the natural expansion of the Muslim in the next few moments as well. So, and that's set and ready to go. As we do see the Cyclone on the way up for the Muslim right now. These Reapers continue to push on forwards. Just looking to push those Reapers away. And oh my god, this is obviously a great start. 1 Reaper so low, but the Cyclone will be the one thing to really turn this around and to shut this down. And so the Reapers from Optimus escaping down the left side. And they're staying alive for now. He built a Hellion before his Cyclone, so a little bit safer overall, but looking good as his starport comes up from both sides. Now, a little bit later of a starport from Muslim, he actually went into a second Rax initially, which is something you can do as he threw down the Cyclone initially and so on. So starport coming up a little bit later for Muslim, and that does it hurt him too much? Probably not here if he's looking to be the defensive player, which obviously with a slow starport you probably would be. So that's kind of fine. Now, I do have to just say, by the way, thank you so much to Jusumu, or Jusumod, sorry, I can't read your name on the little writing. Jusumu, I was right, the first time, Jusumu. Thank you so much for the tier 236 coming in during that break, by the way. Sorry, it's a little bit slow for me to kind of get on top of donations and stuff today, guys. I'm literally juggling, like I said earlier, we have 35 different scenes to kind of put on today's broadcast. It's kind of, compared to any broadcast I've ran solo before, it's like more than a step up. Like, it's like trying to climb a mountain. To the point where I even did rehearsals yesterday to make sure I was going to get it right. I actually rehearsed my setup, which is crazy. I've never done that before, and that's just how much different it is and how much I'm doing to try and put on a pretty fun show. So, apologies if I'm a bit slow to say thank you for bits and pieces here and there, but thank you very much for that tier 236. Do appreciate it. Well, action is happening, as we actually do see the Cyclone and Marine drop doing quite a bit over here. In the meantime, the Reapers are going crazy on the natural of Optimus. We can actually jump over there live right now because that drop has been cleaned up and pushed away. And look at this, the Muslim so far. He picked up 5 workers while only losing 3 of his own. Very nicely done, as those Reapers will continue to juke and jive around to see what else they can get up to. Medevac coming over, trying to hunt down those Reapers. The fact that Muslim still has them up is just so scary, because if they do find an opening, they will come in and pick off another few workers once again, and that's what's just so frustrating about them. And as Optimus chases them away to the top side now, Muslim, he did lose his Stimpack upgrade in all of this, so he did have a fast Stimpack setup, but he loses that because there was one thing that Optimus was able to target down in that attack, so that's huge for Optimus, and that actually resets the Stimpack to be in his favor. Takes away a lot of what kind of Muslim's build was meant to give him an advantage of. It's just going to be seeing the Medevac thinking about jumping in towards the main base or so in the next few moments, but Marine's in location, so it's not going to be too successful. Optimus going to look for that opportunity a little bit later on here, as we do see 2 Reapers to the right-hand side once again, still just looking to see what can they do in the next few moments. His Engineering Bay will finish, so he is behind on the +1 attack. Well, overall, I think it's pretty even. Again, the +1 attack's probably the biggest thing, and that is in favor of Muslim. But we have 2 kind of different setups right now. Muslim already building a 3rd CC on the Pocket Expand, interestingly enough, and then going into a 3rd Rax, whereas Optimus has been on 3 Rax for quite some time, so he has had extra Marines to pump out throughout this, as we are going to be seeing a few more Marines joining up on the natural, and actually Optimus already starting to push across here, so let's see if he can maybe get some damage done. Those Reapers are still to the right, and they will be looking for something. Like we said before, I mean, if you can just sneak in when there's no reinforcements there and get a couple more kills, well, it's a couple more kills. You can't really kind of laugh at that. As we do see the Marines, the Cyclone, and 2 more tanks coming on over and getting ready to go. There are all those Reapers just diving in right now. They're going to get shut down with a tank here, etc. Maybe they can jump in the main. It's just an annoyance. Optimus is actually going to drop on top of this here. Well, his Stimpack is going to finish, and he does have it that little bit soon. I didn't think he was going to find the opportunity to take advantage of that, but maybe he does. Then again, maybe he doesn't, because this didn't look to be such a brilliant drop-in at all in the end. 5 workers killed to clean up a few units, but lose pretty much all of your tanks, etc. Definitely not the best way for this to go. Because now those medevacs are going to have to boost away, because these are being chased by medevacs of the Muslim. The Muslim not quite able to catch those there, but a nice attempt. As you see, a couple of Liberators on the way up from Optimus, getting ready to go as well. Optimus coming down towards the south side, and we are going to be seeing, well, again, Marines, a couple of tanks just gathering together down here. The scan comes down as those tanks finish sieging, then they unsiege. A little bit of back and forth right now as we just wait to see what is going to happen. Very soon Optimus will have +1 attack of his own, so the upgrades are going to even out. As he's going to push in towards the center, and still some units of the Muslim just pulling back a little bit too. Both of them using that tank skin, by the way. With some spikes on the front, spiky. Doesn't really matter, right? Because tanks don't usually go in melee their opponents. As we do see that drop with the Muslim loaded up, but is not successfully going to get anywhere. As Optimus sees it right away, he's going to come up this left-hand side, and well, the Muslim, if he isn't careful, might be out of position here very soon. Optimus is off and away on this left-hand side. Did the Muslim not realize he had a larger army going up in that direction? It seems like the answer to that is no so far. Now we're going to be seeing the Muslim loading up and getting ready to go. So the Muslim's drop starts to move across, while obviously Optimus just starts to stim in here already. So here we go. Marines are stimming already. That orbital has to lift up and try and get out of there. And that's already looking to be a little bit problematic, as the Muslim's going to lose a base. And the thing is, just Optimus is going to be on top of his production so quickly. And that's going to be kind of insane. You can see the Muslim trying to get in towards the main, but Marines are slowing down that drop from unloading. Optimus scans, so he sees what's going to be happening as he maybe tries to get in position to push up that ramp. He's actually just going to keep on pushing in towards this natural expansion for the moment. So that is going to be continuing. Meanwhile, over on the other side of the map here, we do have, well, the Muslim, as you can see, sort of having a pretty good time getting in position on the natural, but tank line is huge here for Optimus, and actually he's going to start fighting into this with the SCVs to try and break through. And it looks as though Optimus is going to be able to break through this here. Well, maybe not immediately, but he's in a position where he's still holding on. And that's kind of huge for him right now. So that's looking very, very good for Optimus. You can still see in the picture-in-picture, though, Optimus has a Liberator that's sieging up as well. And that Liberator is going to be putting him in a position where, you know, he can take down the tank, and now Marines get access to the main base, so that is huge. Meanwhile, in the picture-in-picture now, the medevacs of the Muslim try and drop on top of Optimus, and this is just chaos. As Optimus, it looks as though he might just about have enough to hold on, and he does. And Optimus will keep will keep Team Revolution in this, and he will stop Cool Guys and Rotti in favor of Cool Guys and Rotti, or if we are going to be seeing Revolution taking it to our first ace match of the season. Are you guys hyped? I want to see who you're supporting in the chat. If you're cheering on the Red Cross player to the top left-hand side of the map from Cool Guys and Rotti, let's see some hashtag Rotties in the chat, because it is Indie. And they are the heavy chat favorites. 78% of the vote so far. They have been the dominant ones here today. Maybe not quite as dominant as Imba over 7X, but they're definitely going to be a fan favorite team if there ever was one. But of course, if you're enjoying the player, the blue Terran player, the bottom right, if you want to see more of him throughout the preseason and in the main event potentially, you want to type hashtag Revolution in the chat. Playing for Team Revolution to the bottom right hand side, the blue Terran player is Optimus. Alright, so Optimus here gonna be up against Indy, looking to try and force that ace match out for the first time today we could, or for the first time this season. We could be going to game number 7, and what a way that would be to set us up. I mean, just what a night this has been so far. Some great games already. We've already had an all-kill. Now we might have an ace match. And don't forget, we've got one more series for you guys after this as well. Meliora Esports, with their all-Zerg lineup, are going to be coming out and taking on Chicago T-Team, who are not maybe favorites, but definitely have some possibilities. They definitely have some players that could cause some upsets. So definitely watch out for that. Wait, is this the SE2ITL? Is it back? It says Dark as the Void. Dude, this is the WardiTV Team League. I don't know where you've been, but last year we had Season 7 of the WardiTV Team League, and this is Season 8, so it's not been the SE2 Improved Team League for like 2 years. CC coming down in the natural expansion as we do get Optimus set up and going into this right now. This Reaper moving around towards the upper left-hand side and hops up in towards the main base. Stargate is dropping down from Indy here at the moment to the bottom left-hand side, and we are going to be seeing the probes continuing to take a little bit of damage. So Reaper already getting one kill, nicely done for now. As we do see him actually going to get a second kill as well. Adept comes in and will get 2 shots on the Reaper. Reaper will need to use a ledge here to get away, and he's going to use this ledge up here, but then the Adept just won't cancel, and so it is going to be goodbye to that Reaper. It gets shut down. Proxied Stargate from Indy to the bottom left-hand side of the map. A lot of hashtag Rotties in the chat still. From an I missed your name and it went so fast. Well, also coming in from the amazing Vuza. Also from Insomniac 5. Kevinville 44. Halfsin. There's not been a single hashtag revolution even what I've been watching here. Boombastic SC2. There we go. See if we're going to throw down the hashtag revolution. Fun to see. Well, let's see what this Oracle can do right now as it moves in towards this position. Going to be jumping in here and maybe seeing what it can do. There's some hashtag revolutions from Panarebred, Zeoteris, and Richim. Nice stuff, Azil. SCVs will start to drop. Some damage being done. A couple of workers going down. A third worker. Oh! Not going to go well. He actually gets 4 worker kills with a bit of a splash damage help from that Widowmine, but the Widowmine comes in. Even I didn't see it, and I can see everything on this map. Isn't that crazy? Drill and Claws on the way up from Optimus. Well, that is one way to really change up your opening here. So Drill and Claws it is. And he's going to be dropping some Widow Mines throughout the next stages of this game as Marines pushing that Oracle away from the natural expansion for now. Still is Oracle in the center of the map. As oh no, Indy is making a couple mistakes here. Second Twilight Council. That's definitely not intentional. He needs to fix that up because it's mistakes like that you can't be making against someone like Optimus who will take every chance he can. And you know, 150 spent on an extra Twilight. And that's a couple more units he might just need to really kind of close out the defense. Needs to kind of pick up on things like this as that Twilight, the first one, to finish. The other thing as well, though, is if you're waiting for this Twilight finish before starting your upgrade, it's also just delaying your upgrade. So there's a lot of kind of bad bits about it. We're going to see the first Widow Mines come down for 3 kills. One of them gets back away into the Widow, Medevac, actually 2 of them in there. As these Marines now approaching the third base. We're looking to see if they can get a cancel on this while the Medevac keeps the other units occupied with those Widow Mine drops. It's actually just a probe to come over here initially. That's not going to help. It's going to go down as well. And this Nexus will be cancelled as well. Here we go. Drilling Claws, Widow Mines once again coming into play. And they burrow just so quickly. And Indy's not paying attention. Goodbye, workers. 12 workers killed as the Medevac lifts up the 2 Widow Mines. And moving through the top side. Phoenix coming up to the top to hunt that Medevac down will be a good way to shut it down. The fact that proxy Stargate was proxied is a little bit unfortunate when it comes to actually dealing with the Medevac here, of course. As we do see again, 12 workers picked off, and a few Marines coming over from the left, all going to be able to pick that probe off, and it goes flying. That's a home run right there for those Marines. Nicely done. 3 more workers in the main. The Widow Mine still doing damage as the Phoenix are actually busy dealing with the Liberator currently in the natural. Widow Mine's back into the main. There's even more damage being done this time. One of the Widow Mines goes off on the worker into a simulator. Doesn't do too much. As you will see another Phoenix popping out shortly. Indy still just trying to defend this here, but down in workers, up against the 3rd CC, almost finished with the Terran player. His own 3rd Nexus just now coming up. It's pretty, I would say it's pretty kind of Optimus favored this game right now. It's definitely been all about Optimus in terms of the way the damage has been going. That early Oracle got a few kills, but since then, it really has just been Optimus dishing out the damage and putting himself into fantastic positions. This Oracle here just sat above the, well, I guess just sat outside between the 3rd and the natural, waiting to throw down a revelation, keep track of some of these units. Charge on the way up, +1 as well. A fairly stand transition out of this at the moment now, as we are going to be seeing this Phoenix coming back in from over to the left-hand side. And again, just looking to see what else they can do. There's a couple of Widow Mines going to go up. Oh no, Indy! 12 workers going down, and Optimus, he's going to go once more! It's a massacre! 19 workers die, and so will the Widow Mines, but oh my gosh, 19 workers! That is way too much damage. That is damage you don't really recover from at any point of a game. And Optimus is in prime position to take game number 6 and to force an ace match here tonight. Again, this is probably the craziest of kind of first round matches in this preseason qualifier. such great players on each team, yet only one of them can advance. And even then, once one of these teams advances, they still have to play against, well, Prophecy Esports potentially in the next round if Prophecy do advance through their matches. I mean, Revolution would have a hard time against Prophecy, so I think anyone's going to have a hard time against Prophecy with a team like Special, Ryung, and Raynor. It's just crazy as we're going to be seeing 1-1 upgrades from Optimus continue to come on through as we're going to be seeing the combat shields about halfway done. A couple of extra barracks finishing up in the main. It's going to be 5 racks in total here as we do have those Phoenix just sat and looking to see what they might be able to pick off here or there. Marines and Marauders are working their way through these rocks. It's going to be continuing to work their way through this as we do see again a few Phoenix just off to the side. 1-1 upgrades and the combat shield is going to be finishing up shortly for Optimus, as we are going to be seeing the Stalkers, the Zealots, the Sentries. They're going to look to try and fight this, but I don't know if he really can. I mean, the Zealots charge in, but there's just not that many of them. Now the Zealots are out of Guardian Shield because they've actually moved that far forwards. And Optimus is actually going to lose a lot. He lifts up into the medevac, and that's a turning point here for Mindy. That's something. That's something he can use, but still, is it enough? He does have a +1 upgrade lead, but only for a few more seconds, as right now we are going to be seeing 2 medevacs up to the top side. And they're looking to get into position and to drop down, but not if those Phoenix shut them down. Indy's starting to make some good moves here, some good predictive maneuvers, and he is going to chase that. Oh no, the Widow Mines! The Widow Mines! 1, 2, and 3 Phoenix and Optimus is continuing to just devastate unit after unit of his opponents at the moment. Crazy damage being done as the Phoenix will get picked off. That medevac has to come up top, and well, just still pushing through the center. Optimus looking to see what else he can do as he gets ready to push in towards the upper left-hand side, in towards that third Nexus, and to pretty much start putting an end to this game. I think he still just has too much. It was a nice moment or two from Indy here and there, and trying to shut down these medevacs were nice, but he didn't get the kills, and he only lost his Phoenix in the process. Widowmine's Burrow now blowing up Warping in Zealots, while the pylon going down obviously helps with that as well. There's going to be seeing another 9 workers disappearing just like that, and now in the natural expansion, oh my god, how many Widowmine kills in this game? It's just a massacre. I've said it once before, I'll say it again. Massacre is the word for those Widowmines this game. And that's just a kick in the teeth after Indy is already down on the floor in pain, pretty much unconscious. He just has no way back into this. The Ghost Academy will drop down from Optimus as a way for him to try and, well, just continue on his tech tree, going into 2-2 as well. I don't think it's really going to get to that stage. A drop in the main, and he's going to be able to clean this up, sure, but I mean, as he cleans this up, he's still going to be losing the third Nexus, or at least probes on it, because there's units already there, there's reinforcements coming up. Optimus is still just moving all over the map at the moment here. Those medevacs may be in a little bit of trouble on their own. They'll start to boost away, and well, there is the bio continue coming in. There's a couple of Zealots to the left-hand side are going to get taken down. The Stalkers are going to continue dropping. And that should be about it. Optimus just has way too much, and he's going to take us to an ace match here for the first time in Season 8 of the WardiTV Team League, as we're going to be seeing a couple more Stalkers falling. The Zealots will charge on in, the Nexus goes down, and as Optimus lifts up, he'll just drop into the main. There's no Stalkers to deny him from doing this. The Zealots can't jump up cliffs. They don't have jetpacks. They aren't Reapers. Well, we're going to be seeing the +2 could get denied here as well. I guess there's some gateway units to try and slow it down. The Zealots have finally made their way up to the high ground. As through the center of the map, even more of the units of Optimus just continue to come into play and get ready to go. Probes long distance might continue to get taken down as well. Probe after probe after probe. And GG! Optimus will take game 6, and we are going to the ace match here tonight. To the top right-hand side, our Red Terran player representing Team Revolution. It is Optimus. Season 2 champion, all killing in the grand finals for his team back then, AT Gaming. As to the top left, our Blue Protoss player, M. Canning. Can he make it happen for Cool Guys and Rotti here today? He is their last hope. Rotti has fallen, the Muslim has fallen. So has Indy. We're just going to be seeing the gate and assimilator on the way up early. Obviously, what a map this is for game number 7, Battle on the Boardwalk. I get the feeling that while we're on this map pool still, if we do get a lot of ace matches, a lot of them might happen on Battle on the Boardwalk. That said, actually, with the way it works, when one team loses a map, they then get to pick the player and the map, and so they might be looking to use the Battle on the Boardwalk as kind of a good sniper map for certain players. As Optimus going to be opening here with some form of a proxy. That's why this SCV is hidden away in this corner already. There's no other real kind of reason for that to happen. So let's see just what he's going to get up to here, as we do have this probe getting nibbled away by that SCV at the moment, actually. So probe getting nibbled at, and as that happens, just going to see the factory starting to be proxied. Just one gas from Optimus, so it kind of looks like an expansion right now, and the thing is, Cannon doesn't really see anything to suggest otherwise, right? He sees the one gas, he's like, okay, cool. Throws down the cheese stack as well. I like it, I like it. As we are going to be seeing the Cybercorp going to be finishing very soon. Well, Cannon is expanding down to the low ground here, as Optimus will be taking the gold base behind this. So he's going to get into the gold in just a few moments. And it's going to be dropping down here momentarily. And we're just going to be seeing the Nexus will finish very, very soon. Again, this is your final chance to let us know who you're cheering on in the chat with the hashtag Rotti or hashtag Revolution. For which team you're cheering. Hashtag Rotti is at 75% of the vote still. They've been dominating this vote. It's really been pretty crazy. So keep that hashtags coming in to let us know who you're cheering on in this matchup. Alright, Robo Facility is on the way up right now from Canning, so getting ready to go in the main base, as we do see this SCV coming in towards the upper left-hand side. Optimus is going to be scouting in towards the natural, then up in towards the main to see what else is going on. Stalker comes in and pokes its way through that SCV, so a little bit more damage being done again, and just going to be seeing the SCV unable to do too much else. The factory actually lifted up and is going to start building Hellions in the boardwalk area. And that's interesting because Cannon will not really see this coming at all. He's actually going to see nothing about this at the moment. As we're going to see a few more Hellions just going to be finishing up and getting ready to continue on through in towards this upper side. But again, Cannon, he's not going to see this at all. We're going to put his first-person view on the picture-in-picture so you can see just how little he sees and just see how he's going to react. As there'll probably be 3 Hellions that will run on forwards here very shortly in the next few moments. Hello everyone from the local raid, how you guys doing? Welcome to the stream. You're joining us here in Game 7 of Cool Guys and Rotti versus Team Revolution, an ace match in our second series here on day 1 of the WardiTV Team League Season 8 preseason. Great to have you with us, very excited to have you all here as this medevac loads up the Marines. There's actually going to be a bit of a 1-2 here from Optimus, so maybe let's actually just follow these 2 sets of units a little bit differently on the picture-in-picture. As we watch the medevac on the main screen, the 4 Hellions on the picture-in-picture. Let's go in. Medevac's going to start boosting a couple of Stalkers here, but he'll start to drop on top of them. So far, he's actually able to fight against this. Those Hellions now approaching the main base, and they're going to be running in to start doing some damage, and Cannon does not have an answer to that right now, as they've already gotten 5-6 workers, and still counting. That medevac will load up, and it will start to back away as, oh my god, Cannon even just recalls into the main, but his Stalkers go to the wrong side, and now Optimus comes to the low ground, and this is 16 workers killed and counting here, as those probes are just continuing to drop. 21 workers, and this could be the end of Cool Guys and Rotti here in this tournament today. The Stalkers have finally cleaned up, but when you've lost 22 workers, it's not going to be pretty. Moving on from that point, as we actually see this factory now building a tech lab out on the map. That's going to be getting set up and ready to go in the next few moments. A Liberator coming through as the medevac goes back into the main, and the Stalkers are out of position, so this is at least going to be lost mining time from Cannon. Lost mining time that he just really cannot afford at this stage. Those workers are going to be going down, continuing to get picked away at, and oh my god, just so much damage being done. 10 workers down, going to be a Stalker as well, not quite. Another 10 probes, and even maybe a couple more as the Marines come in. There's one more at the very least. Warp Prism across the map, but what will it be able to do? A bunker coming up. I mean, I guess it's a bit annoying. The gold base is all the way down here, so he's a little bit separated between his bases at the moment, as we are going to be seeing the one medevac actually is going to get picked off here, so that's something at least. Now can maybe try and turn on the aggression, but he doesn't have blink, he doesn't have any real setup. Oh my god, the Liberator sees the Prism as well, so he just jumps on top of that, because obviously the Liberator will keep up to date with the Prism, he'll keep up with it, and that means the Prism will never be able to get away. And so we're going to be seeing Optimus continuing to chase here along this side. Oh my god, the Warp Prism pushed all the way over to the left. This factory down here building up those siege tanks, hiding it away in the corner, something which Cannon doesn't actually see. I love that the tank sieges up as well, just like, yeah, don't mind me. It's sort of like that tank game on Reno Party, like, I'm just gonna hide on the map, and at some point you might randomly walk into me and die. Liberator coming down to the south side, as that's where the Warp Prism is going to start warping in a couple of Zealots. Cannon's actually making a Disruptor here, but is that really going to be what he needs to save him? Like, is that really going to be enough? I mean, you have to kind of, to some extent, really imagine that. No, it probably won't be. As we're going to be seeing these Zealots coming through the south side and in towards the gold. Well, let's see if he can do some damage here. He's got some major work to get done. He needs at least 20 workers, if not more. There's already 2 SCVs going down. A third SCV going to be chased. And we're going to see those Zealots starting to work their way through the supply depot. Another Disrupt on the way up as the Liberator sieges in the main base. And one more probe goes down. A second probe picked off as well. And we are going to see the Zealots finishing off that supply depot now, down behind the gold base. Refinery taking some more damage as Optimus is going to be pushing on forwards here. That Zealot moving over to the right. The Disruptor shot, well, it only gets a siege tank lower. It doesn't really do anything behind this. I mean, okay, the gold of Optimus has to lift up, but those tanks from kind of the proxy factory are now starting to do a heck of a lot, and they are going to be able to pick away at so much here. And then Cannon just does not really have a way to do this. He's going to be losing this natural. He has no way to really counter this any longer, as we're going to be seeing this Disruptor coming in, and oh my god, it gets a few Marines, but it's not really enough. Cannon does not seem to have the answer for this, and it looks as though Optimus will be taking game number 7, and it's going to be Team Revolution to advance on to play in the qualifying round now of this competition. A nice Disruptor shot, but it's just too little, just too late. GG. Optimus will take the 4-3 victory, and he